Hi, welcome back to another video workshop. If you have yesterday's workshop notes on mitosis, get that out now because you're going to do another workshop on meiosis today on the other side of the worksheet. So if you need to, pause the video to find your notes and come right back. Okay, so just like the last workshop, you're going to need to follow along with me as we go through this process. Remember, the last process of mitosis was pretty simple. It was a cell that duplicated everything and then divided. The cell started with a certain number of chromosomes and ended. There really was no difference between the parent and the offspring. This process looks sort of similar, but there are some key differences you're going to want to pay very close attention to. So today's workshop is on meiosis. Notice it's a different word. And sexual reproduction. So this is the process that's required for cells to go through for sexual reproduction to occur. In other words, it's the process used to make reproductive cells. So we're going to start with the same kind of cell, a diploid parent cell, and we're going to keep it simple again with just 2 pairs of chromosomes. Okay, so this is our original diploid parent cell. So if you ever wondering why do we have paired chromosomes, in our cells we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Half of them come from our mother and half of them come from our father. So this process explains a little bit more clearly how those halves come together. So in a diploid parent cell, we have 2 chromosomes that are paired. So 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s. So we're actually going to call these 1A and 1B and 2A and 2B so that we can keep track of where they go. If you don't want to use the A's and B's, you can kind of do a squiggly through them just so long as you can keep them separate. So just like in mitosis, the cell needs to prepare for division and it needs to duplicate everything inside. Now you might be thinking, if I need to get half of the chromosomes, why not just divide once? Well, we still need to get all the organelles duplicated. And the process is very similar, but kind of different. So we are going to duplicate everything. And that means all the chromosomes and all the organelles. All right, so I just called them A and B with the squigglies so you guys could tell the difference. Now, the cell has to split twice. So I might run out of room on the board and have to move my computer screen over so you can see this. This is where we divide the cell up the first time. So this is the first division. Okay, so we're going to take one of each. Okay, so you might be thinking to yourself, this kind of looks just like mitosis. This is where we get an extra step. So these 2 cells have to divide one more time. And now we're going to take 1 of each chromosome. And it's completely random how these chromosomes get sorted. This random separating of chromosomes is what makes us so genetically diverse. When chromosomes are being separated during the process of meiosis, this process also is used to make reproductive cells. You get a huge variety of different chromosome combinations. So if we look at this, we really don't have a whole lot of combinations to choose from, but let's go through them very carefully. This has 1A and 1B, 2A and 2B. We're going to move this closer to the center of the screen. We can only have one of each. So we'll take 1A and we'll take 2A. And we'll take 1B over here and 2B here. So half of the chromosomes end up in these cells. We have 1A and 2A, 1B and 2B. Now let's think of some other ways we could combine these. We could have chromosome 1A with chromosome 2B. That's a different combination. And we could also have chromosome 1B with, this should be 2B, 2A. So there's basically 4 different ways you could combine these. So these are called daughter cells, just like in mitosis. Only in this case, they're not diploid like the parent. We have another word to describe chromosomes that are happed, and the word is haploid. So these are our 4 haploid daughter cells. So why is it important for chromosomes in these cells to be halved? Why should we only have half? Well, if we're talking about sexual reproduction, where a male contributes half of the genetic material and the female contributes the other half, when those 2 cells come together, you get a full set of DNA. And the combination of those chromosomes from the male and the female make a completely new and unique individual. So this has its benefits in nature. It gives more variety, and unlike in mitosis where a genetic mutation can keep getting copied over and over and over again, things that don't go so well in nature can be selected out by natural selection, adaptations, and evolution. So the important thing to know about meiosis is that you start with a diploid parent cell, but it divides not once, but twice, and the end result, instead of having just 2 cells, we now have 4. And instead of being diploid, they're haploid. And we can get a whole bunch of different combinations of genes that can later be connected with the opposite sex to make a brand new individual with a variety of chromosomes. So this would be the process that in humans would be used to make egg cells and sperm cells. And when they come together, a new individual is created. This definitely has its benefits, but you'll need to make sure that you know the difference between mitosis and meiosis and the 2 types of reproduction that use each. It's a really good idea to have these 2 things side by side for studying, and if you need to go back and watch this video again or the other workshop again, it might be a good idea to make sure that you have all of your notes written down correctly. See you soon!